this episode of Chord of the Week, we're going to be looking at this chord. It's a B flat 9. So in the intro there, you heard me use that over a jazz blues progression. Probably overused it a little bit, but I was trying to get it in the intro there as much as possible. So here's the chord. This chord is a rootless voicing, and it's from my book Beginner Jazz Guitar Chords. So if you'd like to get the tab for this and several other inversions of a similar fashion, then please check out the link below. That has everything you need to know about cool chords like this. So let's get into it. So this is a rootless B flat 9 chord. We have the A flat right there, the C, the D, and then the B flat there. So this is a 7, 9, 3 root. There's the chord. So a few different ways in which you can use this. You can use it over a jazz blues because it's got a ninth, not a flat 9 or a sharp 9. It makes for a great static dominant 7 voicing. So in the beginning there, you just heard me literally play. I just moved it up to become an E flat 9 as well. So that's one way which is pretty easy to get into your playing. I guess for navigation purposes, if you're not used to playing rootless voicings, then maybe that B flat on the high E string might be a good point of reference for you. So that's the first way. You can use it over a static dominant chord like in a jazz blues or something like that. Okay, the next way in which you can use this is over a 2-5. So B flat, in terms of that being a 2-5-1, you're probably going to look at that as being a 2-5-1 in the key of E flat. Okay, so what you want to do is get that chord there and think of the nearest E flat major 7 chord in which you can resolve it to. So this is a nice one, where it's root, 3rd, 5th, 7th, and then a 3rd again there. Okay, so you could resolve it like so. Okay, maybe you want to stick in the 2 chord, the minor 7 2 chord before. So F minor 7, B flat 9, E flat major 7. That's one way in which you can use it. You could do something a bit more crunchy. You could disregard the 2 chord entirely, and you could play, say, B flat 9, flatten the 9, resolve to a major 7 chord like that. That's one thing that you can do. Again, this is why it's important to know the intervals of the chord underneath your fingers, because you can move them and you're aware intellectually of what works, and then you can get these different sounds in your ears as well. And from a technical perspective, that's another reason to be aware of the intervals, because it's too easy being a guitar player to rely on chord grips rather than actually knowing what's underneath your fingers. So that's how you can use it over a 2-5-1. Now a cool trick you can do if you're playing this over a jazz blues, you could get the 3rd there, and you can move that up as well. So this is more like of a big band type of rhythm. So in that rhythm there, I raise the 3rd up to the 4th and then to the sharp 4. So it's kind of a cool thing. And then to get to that E flat 7 chord, I went F9, E9, D9, E flat. Because when you get to that last chord, kind of a funky sounding chord by itself, it sounds good in passing, so I like to try and resolve that one ASAP really. So that's this week's episode of Chord of the Week. I hope that you enjoyed it. If you did, please give this video a thumbs up. That would be tremendously useful. And if you could subscribe to this channel, then you're not going to miss out on any future Chord of the Week episodes or any new lessons that I post. Thanks for checking it out, and I hope to see you next time.